In the last episode, 12 spies explored the Promised Land. 10 returned with a terrifying report. 2, Joshua and Caleb, urged faith. But the people chose fear. They talked of stoning Moses and returning to Egypt. God pronounced sentence: 40 years of wandering. An entire generation would die in the wilderness. Only their children would inherit the promise. Now the years begin to pass, and the rebellions multiply. A Levite named Korah, along with Dathan, Abiram, and On from the tribe of Reuben, rises up against Moses. With them are 250 Israelite men, well-known community leaders who have been appointed members of the council. They come as a group to oppose Moses and Aaron. You have gone too far. The whole community is holy, every one of them, and the Lord is with them. Why then do you set yourselves above the Lord's assembly? This is not a complaint about hardship. This is a direct challenge to Moses' leadership and Aaron's priesthood. If everyone is holy, why should Moses and Aaron have special authority? When Moses hears this, he falls face down. Then he says to Korah and all his followers, "In the morning the Lord will show who belongs to him and who is holy, and he will have that person come near him. You, Korah, and all your followers are to do this. Take censers, and tomorrow put burning coals and incense in them before the Lord. The man the Lord chooses will be the one who is holy. You Levites have gone too far." Moses continues, "Is it not enough for you that the God of Israel has separated you from the rest of the Israelite community and brought you near himself to do the work at the Lord's tabernacle and to stand before the community and minister to them? He has brought you and all your fellow Levites near himself, but now you are trying to get the priesthood too. It is against the Lord that you and all your followers have banded together. Who is Aaron that you should grumble against him?" Moses summons Dathan and Abiram, but they refuse to come. "We will not come. Is it not enough that you have brought us up out of a land flowing with milk and honey to kill us in the wilderness? And now you also want to lord it over us? Moreover, you have not brought us into a land flowing with milk and honey, or given us an inheritance of fields and vineyards. Do you want to treat these men like slaves? No, we will not come. They call Egypt a land flowing with milk and honey. Their memory has been twisted by bitterness." Moses is very angry. He says to the Lord, "Do not accept their offering. I have not taken so much as a donkey from them, nor have I wronged any of them." The next morning, Korah gathers all his followers at the entrance to the tent of meeting to oppose Moses and Aaron. The glory of the Lord appears to the entire assembly. The Lord speaks to Moses and Aaron, "Separate yourselves from this assembly so I can put an end to them at once." Moses and Aaron fall face down. "O God, the God who gives breath to all living things, will you be angry with the entire assembly when only one man sins?" The Lord tells Moses to instruct the assembly to move away from the tents of Korah, Dathan, and Abiram. Moses goes to Dathan and Abiram, followed by the elders. He warns the assembly, "Move back from the tents of these wicked men. Do not touch anything belonging to them, or you will be swept away because of all their sins." The people move away. Dathan and Abiram come out and stand with their wives, children, and little ones at the entrances to their tents. Moses speaks, "This is how you will know that the Lord has sent me to do all these things and that it was not my idea. If these men die a natural death and suffer the fate of all mankind, then the Lord has not sent me. But if the Lord brings about something totally new, and the earth opens its mouth and swallows them with everything that belongs to them, and they go down alive into the realm of the dead, then you will know that these men have treated the Lord with contempt." As soon as Moses finishes speaking, the ground beneath them splits apart. The earth opens its mouth and swallows them and their households and all those associated with Korah, together with their possessions. They go down alive into the realm of the dead, with everything they own. The earth closes over them, and they perish. At their cries, all the Israelites around them flee, shouting, "The earth is going to swallow us too!" And fire comes out from the Lord and consumes the 250 men who were offering the incense. The rebellion is crushed, but the lesson is not learned. The next day, the whole Israelite community grumbles against Moses and Aaron. "You have killed the Lord's people." As the assembly gathers in opposition, they turn toward the tent of meeting. The cloud covers it, and the glory of the Lord appears. Moses and Aaron go to the front of the tent. The Lord speaks to Moses, "Get away from this assembly, so I can put an end to them at once." They fall face down. Moses says to Aaron, "Take your censer and put incense in it, along with burning coals from the altar, and hurry to the assembly to make atonement for them. Wrath has come out from the Lord. The plague has started." Aaron does as Moses says. He runs into the midst of the assembly. The plague has already started among the people. He offers the incense and makes atonement for them. He stands between the living and the dead. And the plague stops. But 14,700 people have died from the plague, in addition to those who died because of Korah. To settle the question of priestly authority once and for all, the Lord commands each tribal leader to bring a staff with his name on it. Aaron's name is written on the staff for the tribe of Levi. The staffs are placed in the tent of meeting before the Ark of the Covenant. The Lord says, "The staff belonging to the man I choose will sprout. I will rid myself of this constant grumbling against you by the Israelites." The next day, Moses enters the tent and finds that Aaron's staff has not only sprouted, but has budded, blossomed, and produced almonds. Moses brings out all the staffs. Each leader takes his own, but Aaron's staff is kept before the ark as a sign to the rebellious, a warning that will end their grumbling so they will not die. The years continue. The generation that refused to enter the land begins to die. Miriam dies and is buried at Kadesh. There is no water for the community. The people quarrel with Moses. "If only we had died when our brothers fell dead before the Lord. Why did you bring us up out of Egypt to this terrible place? It has no grain or figs, vines or pomegranates, and there is no water to drink." Moses and Aaron go to the entrance of the tent of meeting and fall face down. The glory of the Lord appears. The Lord speaks to Moses, "Take the staff, and you and your brother Aaron gather the assembly together. Speak to that rock before their eyes, and it will pour out its water." Moses takes the staff. He and Aaron gather the assembly in front of the rock. Moses says to them, "Listen, you rebels. Must we bring you water out of this rock?" Then Moses raises his arm and strikes the rock twice with his staff. Water gushes out. The community and their livestock drink. But the Lord says to Moses and Aaron, "Because you did not trust in me enough to honor me as holy in the sight of the Israelites, you will not bring this community into the land I give them." Moses struck the rock. He was told to speak to it. In his anger, worn thin by 40 years of complaint, he took credit for the miracle. And for this, he will not enter the promised land. The cost of leadership has finally claimed its price from Moses himself. The waters are called Meribah, which means quarreling. Soon after, Aaron dies on Mount Hor. Moses removes his garments and puts them on Eleazar, Aaron's son. Aaron dies there on top of the mountain. When the people come down, the whole community mourns for Aaron for 30 days. Israel continues through the wilderness. They travel from Mount Hor along the route to the Red Sea to go around Edom. But the people grow impatient. Again they complain. Again the old refrain rises from their lips. as if nothing has been learned, as if no graves line the road behind them. They speak against God and against Moses. Why have you brought us up out of Egypt to die in the wilderness? There is no bread, there is no water, and we detest this miserable food. The Lord sends venomous snakes among them. They bite the people, and many Israelites die. The people come to Moses. We sinned when we spoke against the Lord and against you. Pray that the Lord will take the snakes away from us. Moses prays for the people. The Lord says to Moses, "Make a snake and put it up on a pole. Anyone who is bitten can look at it and live." Moses makes a bronze snake and puts it up on a pole. When anyone is bitten by a snake and looks at the bronze snake, they live. It is a strange salvation, not the removal of the danger, but a way through it, not the end of the serpents, but